As of right now, we
Ace.
are not planning, I believe, to release an extreme for this.
Right.
If you guys want an unofficial extreme, the plan was to make it so that do not kill the small ads, which are called Mite Eaters anytime during the fight. We decided that might be a little too restrictive for this, so we left it alone. No official extreme, but if you guys want to try it out and have misery, do the unofficial one. Why not?
There you go.
No, don't kill Mite Eaters. Leave them alone.
There you go. If you're listening to this, we're not going to publish it. But if you are listening to this and you want to put a special podcast exclusive TCC challenge run, don't kill the Mite Eaters. Yep, just put a little message on there, and we'll check it out and maybe shout you out, especially next week's show.
Challenge accepted. Don't kill the Mite Eaters. Here we go. I am curious as to what other team setups could do this. I'm sure they're out there, but this is the one that worked for me. And I'd say we did it pretty easily. With this setup, anyways. I mean, everybody is playing a very vital role. I mean, you really need very heavy single target DPS in order to wear that thing down before the ads die. That big one, he is so beefy. And those little ones die pretty fast. So distributing your damage the way it should be is a little more difficult. But with a team like this, it's not so bad. We did get into a few spots where the ads were about to die, but you have to rely on the big one actually healing them. Because I actually tried a different strategy before where I just went straight out delay, and it just is not the way to do it, because you need the big one to take turns to heal the little ones. If you don't, you're not going to make it through. But this worked out perfectly. Because this way, with Freya around, we can let the big one take some turns and we won't die, because that party-wide last stand is so valuable. It really is. That's a character I am so curious as to what JP is going to do for her LD, because it still doesn't exist on the JP side of things. I'm fingers crossed for the Raining Spears. When she gets into trance mode, she jumps up in the air and just vanishes for a few turns, and spears just rain down on the enemies. I don't know how they would actually incorporate that into this, but it would be so cool if they could figure out a way. She does need... I think she needs some more skill uses than what she has. She still totally works, don't get me wrong, but Freya is not the type of support that you can reliably run as your only support. She kind of needs to be paired up with somebody else who can support as well. Like, Aphmau is perfect. Because, yeah. A lot of times, because of her low skill count, given this point in the game, she needs to spam some HP attacks here and there to not get spent too fast. And if she doesn't have battery hooking her up, those HP attacks are going to be worth basically nothing. So thank you, Aphmau, for supporting my Freya, and supporting all of us. I think it should just be a rule, like an unwritten rule. For me, I think I'm going to just do it like this from now on. If Aphmau is ever not banned from a TCC, she's coming. Because she is just so good. Irreplaceable what she does. And this is kind of nostalgic for me. I know I've mentioned this in videos before, but I can't help but mention it again. Bring Garland back to the Mite Eater, the Bosch's Lost Chapter. Garland was part of my initial clear for the Bosch event. Garland destroyed this event then, and now here we are, fast forward to all this time later. We're back at the Lost Chapter with some pretty ridiculous unofficial extreme conditions. And Garland is still just killing it because that's what he does. Cannot wait for his burst. I know JP just got it, but it looks amazing. And he's always just been really fun to play. He's just, you know, he's the OG villain. He's the coolest. So I'm very happy that it seems that the JP side of things has upgraded Garland with his burst and his LD boards to the point where it's finally making players say, save your deaths for Garland. He deserved that right away. But, you know, ulti banners being so close, in such close proximity, kind of wasn't the best for him. But some of us still hold. And I don't regret a single thing. I think he's fantastic. We do kind of just let the breaks come. I'm not too worried about the breaks. It did hurt the score quite a bit, but it was enough. Turns were low enough. Output was good. Not much of an issue. And I'm not sure if, because this is an unofficial TCC Extreme, if the normal Extreme rules still apply, meaning the Chocobo and no friend condition. But I figured might as well just run it this way anyways. This is how Extremes normally are, so I'll just keep to the same formula. And we were able to get it done. And I think you guys are correct in saying that this one might have been a little too intense to be something that's issued to the entire community officially. Because, yeah, I'm very curious as to see if anyone else does this. I'm sure somebody out there will. But I'd love to know what team you used to get this done. Because I'm sure there's others, but this one kind of has, maybe I'm wrong, I'd love to be proven wrong, but it kind of has, which one was it? Yeah. The Veiled Magician. I'm trying to remember that's the name of it. Yeah, that Heretics. It was called the Veiled Magician. Sorry, I couldn't remember the name. The Veiled Magician Heretics. That TCC Extreme Challenge. This one kind of has that sort of ridiculousness written all over it. So to me, it makes sense to make this one more unofficial, because I would be very surprised if there were a lot of combinations that could actually get this done. And it was the same for that one. I mean, there were good combinations, but there were some characters that you kind of just had to bring. Like, I think every single run on that one that I saw, which wasn't much, by the way, because it was just so crazy, every run had either Kefka, X-Death, or Aphmau. I don't think there was a single one done without at least one of those characters. So for this, I'm wondering if it's similar, if there's like a group. See, look at that, the Freya Last Stand. That's perfect for something like this. Not to worry, double up on heals, we're good. I do remember waiting a very long time to summon when I did this, because again, I was just so worried about not killing those things, so I really held off until the last possible second, where I think I couldn't have waited any longer to actually get this done. It wasn't as much fear of dying as it was fear of killing the ads, because look how much their life is worn down already, and look how much life the big one still has. So, like I said, we have to rely on him healing them, otherwise this challenge is not getting done. It's our only choice. I just got done pulling for Arden. It was 100 G tokens to get the LD. Everything else I got from tickets, including the burst. Yes, the burst came first, so I had to stay there for the LD, and I got it. I got everything off the banner, so there's some other things I need to do, though, before I actually get into that, because I already rushed the new story chapter. I just got to the chaos and just beat the chaos. So yeah, 0 turns video coming up right after this one. But then I still got to do the challenge quest, and I'm nowhere near ready for the challenge quest. I have to build 2 people. I got to build Arden, and I got to build Maria. I have Lilith set already. She's 1 out of 3, but I think that'll be enough for Ifrit, I hope. I'm not really sure. Excuse me. I'm not really sure what his mechanics are in this particular fight. I don't know if they're the same as when we normally fight Ifrit. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe the challenge quest I'll actually get a glimpse of what Ifrit does, because Ifrit did not take a single turn with the Noctis, Saz, and Kais combo. I'm gonna say it right now. My personal opinion, and maybe there'll be some disagreements here, but this is just from my own experience, what I've observed, it's just my opinion, that it's kind of a tall claim, but I'm gonna make it anyway. Currently, Noctis, Saz, and Kais is the best team in this game. That's what I think. Yes, there's going to be some fights where they don't work. Like if there's a fight where you have to use magic, that team's not going to work. But those fights are rare. I'm talking in general. I'm not saying they work everywhere. Relax. I know how this community is. God. But in general, I would say that is the overall best team that we have available to us in Global currently. Noctis, Saz, and Kais. Because yeah, they're it shouldn't be allowed. It should be illegal. It's just so lethal. So yeah, he's got to heal them. So yeah, so he's gonna just do this. We'll all survive with 1 HP. And see, this is a weird spot to be in because I want him to take a turn so that he can heal the ads. But Garland's EX was up. We got to take advantage of this damage. He's under half. It's all good. I possibly could have... No, that wouldn't have been smart. I was thinking maybe I should summon here. No, don't do that. That's not that smart. Yeah, might as well pop a heal. Get some recovery going. Yeah, see, if she didn't have battery, no way she would have hit that high. I am so glad Aphmau is here. So, yeah, the situation here, we gotta get those two to go. And by go, I mean go out of the turn order. I know we gotta keep them alive. That's the whole point of this. So no, they don't gotta go. They don't have to die. Yes. Not till the end. Going through this most recent chapter, I didn't watch all of them because I got to a point where I wanted to just get that video done, but what's going on in the story right now is pretty interesting, especially if you're an ardent fan, a Final Fantasy 15 fan. It's all the more engaging as to everything that Arden is doing in the battle he's having. I don't want to give anything away. I'm not going to come in here with spoilers, but there is a scene where Alti is talking to everybody, like in the party, and it's pretty powerful. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you really think about who Alti is and who she's saying all these things to, it's one of those things that kind of takes you back if you know the story from their own worlds, where you're just kind of like, whoa. I never thought I'd see the day where this happens. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to give it away for those who read the story. I do think that's pretty evenly mixed between people who read and people who don't when it comes to story cutscenes. Okay, so he just healed them, but they still don't have enough. They need more health than that. It's weird when you're rooting for your enemies to get more health. Ricky, what have you done to us? For those who don't know, and I could be slightly wrong about this, but to my understanding, for those who may have noticed, every now and again, Dystopia's gratuitous use of the word Ricky, it's just a whole joke that we make. It's referencing back to the Veiled Magician TCC challenge that I was just talking about, that one Heretics. And the amount of memes that were made, and just the funny Ricky jokes we made. Nothing like horrible, nothing like super disrespectful or anything. It's just harmless banter, good fun. Swifty made some Ricky memes. One of them which Macnell himself retweeted. So there's that. Yeah, for those who don't know, who are wondering, like, who the hell's Ricky? Ricky is, I believe this is what Mark said, Ricky is the TCC's most sadistic challenge beta tester. I believe that's how he described Ricky when I asked, who's Ricky? In fact, it makes me wonder if Ricky's probably the one who came up with this challenge. Like, don't get hit. Excuse me, not don't get hit. Don't kill the ads. And it was probably everyone else going, but Ricky, that's way too extreme. Have mercy. Ricky, please. But I don't care. Bring on all the challenges. I'll do them all. Probably could have used the skill there, but again, I'm so worried about these ridiculous conditions. Do not kill those ads, but we still have to break them all the time. Which that skill is great for. I mean, yeah, it does hurt them a little bit, but not enough to where it's crazy. Do it. Perfect. I'm trying to remember which... I'm looking at it now because I don't even remember what I did when I originally did it. But that skin is not the Garland EX skin. I think it's the 15, actually. I just thought the 15 looked the coolest. The 15 CP. So that's what he has. Oh, we are near the end. He is in the red. He's getting focused. You missed Aph, okay. Oh, okay. Now you broke her. Yeah, 87 turns and I still have not gotten into that summon. I want to be absolutely sure those things won't die. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to stall it out and see, will he heal them? If he does, how hard can we really go? That sort of thing. That was a more humble decision than I would have expected. What Mr. Garland just did. You get all of these breaks? Yes. I think he's going to do it pretty soon. That probably this very next skill he's going to do it. The battery on this team, too, is great. Come on, he's close. He's starting to get down to pixel health status. Slowly but surely. Love that EX. So good. Okay, just bring it home. We're right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. The ads never died, but they will now. Get this splash, because why not? And it's done. Okay, unofficial TCC X-TREME for the books. That's a new one. All right, hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.